Everybody, this is Leslie. I have been getting a lot of questions about where to start for the 21-day fix, so I wanted to give you guys a run through of what I have during my day. But first, I wanted to let you guys know to read your meal guide. This comes with your program for a reason. It will explain everything that you need to know, and along with give you a list of foods of what you need to eat. The 21-day fix extreme also comes with recipes this time, but the 21-day fix regular package does come with some things to prep, like quinoa, chicken, which they have a really good baked chicken idea in there, and I think there's black beans and a few other things to do. If you've never prepped before, I would start doing it. It saves a lot of time in the long run. But I'm getting off topic. So after you've read through your book, what you should do is go through and figure out your calories. Choose whichever bracket or choose whatever, how active your lifestyle is. Do your weight, your calories, everything like that. After you figure out your calories, go ahead and choose which bracket you're in, and that will tell you exactly how many containers you need per day for each of them. So after I had calculated that, what I do is I actually write it down, and I put how many of each I need throughout the day, and then I separate it for my meals. So my breakfast, my snack, my lunch, my snack, and my dinner. And then after that, I just assign the food. So if I get up early enough, usually I will do a Shakeology, and I will do just Shakeology and water if I do it in the morning. And then that way I could do my workout maybe an hour after. And then after I do my Shakeology, what I'll do is I'll do breakfast next. So I've gotten into the habit of prepping my bell peppers for my omelets. And what I do is I just chop up all my bell peppers, which this happens to be red and orange. Usually I do orange and yellow. And I will mix it in a bowl, toss it all up, and then divide it out. And so what I usually do is divide this, and I will put some spinach in it. Sorry, it's stuck. I'll put some spinach in it. I'll chop up some spinach, put that in a separate bag because it's going to go in the fridge. And that turns out to be maybe about a fourth of a green. So that takes care of some of my green for the morning. So this ends up going in the freezer because it's really, really easy to just grab and defrost as you're working out. And then this will stay in the fridge. I will saute that and then scramble 2 eggs on top of that for an omelet, and put just a tiny bit of cheddar cheese on it, just so I have more cheese for the rest of the day. And then there's my breakfast. What you could also do if you like sandwiches is I've done a piece of whole wheat bread with a egg on it. I either scramble it or I fry it. 2 pieces of nitrate-free either ham or turkey or whatever, and a little bit of cheese. Fold that up, kind of grill it on both sides, and there's breakfast for that as well. So then for my snack, if I've done Shakeology, then I'll do either like a piece of fruit, or I'll do some vegetables, just depending. If I don't have my Shakeology in the morning, I'll either have my Shakeology for my snack, or I'll get my red container and fill it up with some cottage cheese, which is, I used to hate it. It is delicious to me now. So I fill that up, and then I mix it in with some diced strawberries, which is maybe a half a container of a purple. After that, I'll mix it up and I'll put some cinnamon in it, and by the time my break time is for work, it is perfect. So there's my snack. For my lunch, if you work with me, you know that I bring salads almost every day for lunch. And so what I do is I fill up 1 green container full of spinach or mixed greens, and then I will get the 3/4 of the container that I have left from breakfast, and I'll fill it up with bell peppers and cucumbers. Generally not tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes, but sometimes I will do carrots or anything like that, and that's part of my salad. And I'll put that in a bigger bowl, of course. And then since I have done the prep work for my chicken beforehand, I just grab these nifty little containers or these nifty little bags, and then that is my chicken, which is 1 red container. So all of this came from here, which is pretty darn awesome. And if you don't prep your meat beforehand, I would suggest doing it. It makes life a lot easier. So what I do is I just get all of my chicken, and I put some olive oil and season it with some Pappies. Ideally, you're supposed to do it with your own seasoning that you mixed, but I have Pappies on hand, so that's what I use. And I bake it, and then I chop it up, and I separate it, and I put it in the fridge. Done. So then for my next snack, if I haven't done Shakeology, I'll do Shakeology. It kind of just depends on how my day ends up going. If not that, then I'll do vegetables and hummus, because that's one of my favorite things to do. Or I'll do fruit and some peanut butter or almond butter. Then for dinner, that really depends on what I've had throughout the day or what I'm making with Mike. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll get quinoa and black beans, and I'll fill this up, and I'll put quinoa and black beans and some chicken, and then I'll do some vegetables. Lately, what I've been doing is I've been taking my green, and I've been filling it up with some green beans and some carrots and some bell peppers. They're a staple in my life. And some bell peppers, and I'm sauteing it with some garlic and a little bit of chicken broth and mixing it with meat, and it's been fantastic. So there's all sorts of things you could do. Usually if you bake any of your vegetables, that's a good way of doing it. If you saute them, if you have the barbecue going, you could toss some vegetables on the barbecue, which a lot of people do. And then you could have your meat separate, or if you're like me, I like to mix things together, just make one big blob. And that actually works out pretty well for me. So there's all sorts of ideas you could do. You could also do something in the crock pot, which I've just done today. And this is, if you can see it, this is chicken breast. It's an onion, a tomato, and I lifted that lid and it smells delicious. So I'll be very excited to have that tomorrow. And then you could actually put that over a yellow container because it already has some of your red in there, and it has some of your, that's all red. It has your red in there, and it has some of your green, so you could put it over some quinoa and just mix it up and mix it with a little bit of cheese, and you're good to go. Hopefully I have answered some questions and not gone into too many circles. If you do have questions though, please reach out to me. Either message me, comment on anything that I post, post on my wall, post in the group, whatever you need to do, just get that question to me so I can answer it. And I hope this helped. Enjoy your night.